Alright, we're back. Let me do the usual here. Could do some cleanup on my end. Not sure how long I'll be playing. Yesterday was kind of a... That's weird. That's weird. Why is Rumble not showing anything? It says I'm streaming, but I'm not streaming anything. Interesting, interesting. Streaming. There we go. Streaming anything. Just a little late on the picking up the stream there. But interesting. Okay. Almost there. Gonna use in-game music today, just for something different. Okay, I think we're good. Where's my OBS? Music's a little low. It probably doesn't matter. Alright, shrink that back here. So we're still in Scandinavia, the first of the two maps. I'm just finishing up some of the jobs on this map before I move on to the second map. Some jobs run across both, but yeah, try and do all the jobs on one map first. It's just the way I do it. And we're almost done. So yeah, my objective is to get all the way through all the SnowRunner stuff, and there's a lot. I think I'm about halfway through. We'll have to check here. And then move on to either MudRunner or Roadcraft. I'm not sure which I'll be doing. I'll probably, well, I might do MudRunner. We'll see what that's about. But yeah, yesterday was kind of a, well, it wasn't a total, oh yeah, right. I can't do anything here yet. Why not? Oh, I need a truck with a crane up here. Okay, so let's just go do that. Or the truck that I used to do this, the metal beams and rolls and stuff, I could have something with a crane on it. So this here, if I need 4 of these. That's 16 trailer length, which there's no way. There is an 8 long trailer, but that is a nightmare to get anywhere. Although I could just come up here. I could use one of the bigger vehicles. Yeah, we could do that. That wouldn't be too bad, I don't think. Although there are some like jumps and stuff on here that might be, yeah, I might get stuck up on that high hung, and then I won't be able to, because there's not a lot of trees unless I hug the shore here at the edge. If something happens like that, I might be able to pull myself off, but you know what, let's try it. Oh, I'm gonna regret this. Oh, but those big vehicles, I don't know if I can put a... he's not the greatest. He's okay, but he's not the greatest. Let's see here, what do we got? Tatra, he might be okay. I could take that really... This guy here, he's like the Uber dude. It's just his engine's so damn loud. I don't want to be frustrated, so we're going to take this one. Let's see, so I'm going to need the little crane, which I think he has here somewhere. There it is. Saddle high, because we're going to take the mega super trailer. And this trailer is the worst. always a pain in the ass, but maybe this guy will be able to handle it. Oh, and I have to get him over where I can get the metal beams and stuff too. Which is up here, I believe. Metal beams. Yeah, that just takes... So I'll have to see if I can get that trailer in here. And I might have to back it out because I don't think I can make this turn. Maybe if I come out wide here, maybe... I don't know. We'll have to see when we get there. The trailer is a gigantic pain in the ass. Literally. Alright, where are you? Why is this not working? That's weird. Let's try that again. Huh. It's not letting me scroll down through, Alright, I guess we'll use the mouse, but this could be a problem. I think it's down near the bottom here. 3, 2, 2, 5, 8. Let's see here, if I go to the winch... Okay, well that's working. Huh. This game sometimes. I mean, generally it's pretty bug-free. I mean, really. I play for hours and nothing happens. Gotta love that. So I don't know if that's loud for you guys, but it's definitely loud for me. It's the one thing I don't like about this vehicle. It's just the engine noise compared to everything else is too loud, and I don't feel like... Well, I could turn it up and down, I suppose. You know what? Let's fucking do it. I'll just have to remember to turn it back later. Engine volume. Crank her down. Yeah, it's a little better. Now let's hope these stupid little barricades don't start causing damage. Alright, we're through. Yeah, I think because we have a semi-straight run at this, this might work. I'm not going to go around that pole, I'm going to go this way. This gives me a little more leeway, possibly, to get in here. With this gigantic fucking trailer. Maybe. I don't know. I guess I could... No, I can't go through the side. There's stuff in the way in there. Okay, we're getting hung up a little bit. Not too bad, see what I mean? He's swinging the trailer around because he's... Don't get stuck between the pole and that. Okay, we're good. Jesus Christ, getting out of here is going to be... Oh, man. Okay, while we're here... Turn on the generator. Hopefully we get enough fuel in there, otherwise I'll have to... Well, I can just jump in the other vehicle and fill her up. The cat, who's sitting right there. Okay, I still want to come out wide here, wide as I can. Fuck, it's been 2 days and I'm still clearing shit out of my lungs. I'm working on the car. Alright, what do we got here? Metal beams. Oh, it only takes 30 fuel to make... I get 1400, that's nothing. Okay, so I need 4 of those. And then... Okay, so now, do I try... God, I hate when buildings are in the way. I do not know if I can make that turn with this trailer. Maybe. But if I do try it and it gets kind of jammed in there, it could be a giant pain. Well, I can always run around and tow it from the other side to pull it the way I need. So I'm going to try and get out of here first, then I'll come back and turn off the generator. This guy makes such wide turns. Oh, I think we'll be okay. This doesn't actually look that bad. On the road, we'll cut it. Since then you drag the back end around, it could get stuck on stuff. Yeah, this thing's always... it's always really fun. I found you can bend these trailers, like they're like made out of rubber. They'll bend, but it's yeah, it's a little crazy. Let's go this way. We'll come in here. We'll try and get here, and then we'll just come right up the pass. It looks easy, but when I was coming down the other day, like I said, there's jumps and stuff for skiers, and that trailer might get high centered on some of that stuff. It could be a gigantic pain in the ass. Oh, but now we're going left, so I gotta come out to the right here. Alright, but not too much, because the back end swings around, hits that pole, and gets jiggered. Nope, I think we're good. Alright, so let's pull it up here a bit. Good enough. Let's go up the mountain. I wonder if I can go through there. I see stumps all over the place. Oh, it's a cement wall. Seriously? I barely touched that. Luckily this guy comes with lots of repair parts and stuff. Sorry, trees. Fucking trees. Yikes. I mean, I don't know how... so if I left that generator running, right? Because you look at it, every time you attach to it, it's got the same amount of fuel in it. It will, because I know I tried this. And it doesn't look like it's using fuel unless you're building something, which is good, right? You just figure, I'll just leave it there, and it's always there, and I can just, when I pull in, I can build stuff until the generator runs out of fuel from building stuff. But at some point, somehow, it will use up the fuel if it's just sitting there running. I mean, real life that makes sense, right? But in the game, it seemed like that wasn't the case, but eventually it does. At some point, it just uses the fuel. It'll come back and it'll be empty. It's like, fuck, and then you gotta bring in the truck. Yeah, I'm glad I turned down the engine sounds. Some of the engines, I love the noise. This one isn't even a pleasant sounding one. I mean, I guess it's fine as engines go, but it's not my favorite. I don't find it pleasing, and it's so extra loud. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Yeah, this is one of those cases where having the easy mode vehicle is nice. Still having a little time of it getting through here. Yeah, even high gear. I mean, this is pretty heavy. Almost as heavy as it gets, besides towing those gigantic specialty trailers or loads like the airplanes and stuff. But this will kill some of the missions off, so I'll be able to drop off the 4 metal beams and the 2 cabins, because I'll have the crane here. Yank those off and put them in the spot, and that should be good. Yeah, we'll see how well this guy does uphill in snow. At least these roads here so far have been decent. There's no really tight turns or anything. Alright. Oof, a little dizzy there. Yeah, we'll get around that, no problem. Alright, let's see how she goes. Oh, this guy had a fucking crane. Could have just brought him up the hill. Oh, whatever. We had to come up here anyways. See how he does in high gear. I wonder if these things cause damage. I'm not really interested in running into one and finding out it slows me down to nothing, because it's going to take all day to get back up to speed going uphill with this trailer. Ha! I want to say easy mode, but I don't want to jinx it. We're not there yet. Oh, okay, going straight up. I thought I might be making a wider turn there. I could go straight. There's that little hump in the middle, and it's one of those things I was talking about. I don't want to get hung up on that. With nothing to winch to. Yeah, I came down this hill carrying a load, and it was a pain in the ass. This thing is going uphill easier than that other vehicle went downhill. It's carrying so much more. But yeah, this one you gotta buy. I think it was $5, and you get, I don't know if it was just this vehicle or this one and another one. Yeah, I don't know. But so far of the vehicles that I purchased with real money, this one is by far the best in the game, probably, for a number of different things. Like it's just an all-around beast mode monster for pretty much everything. There's one of those giant ski jumps, but it looks like a lower one over here on the left, so hopefully we can get through there. Looks like it might be, I can see my tracks from when I came downhill, that funny scout. We'll see. Hopefully I don't get hung up. If I do, I could probably... it's going to be a little pain in the ass, but I could do some winching and whatnot. Now, do I want to go right or left here? I think we're going to go left. Right looks like it drops off. Uh-oh. Here we are. I had to stop right there. What a moron. Come on. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Alright. Take a run at it. Actually, if I go up on that... let's try it here first. This is taking a run at it, is it? It's nothing to... Nope, nothing to connect to. Sometimes you can rock them through. It's always those fucking feet braces on these fucking trailers that cause these problems. You can see part of the problem too is my very rear tires there are not actually doing anything. Alright, that's not going to work. Let's hope there aren't too many more of those things up there. Okay, so I could try going way over to the right there. That might work. Or I can try going up this little rise. There's this little bump right here. That might get me enough height with the trailer. If that doesn't work, I'm going to try going way over to the right. Looks like there's a road over there I might be able to use. Might work. No other truck would be able to do this, or almost no other truck, what we're doing right now, climbing that little hill. Okay, turn. Is that trailer up on those? It is, but, oh shit, I feel like we're a little further. Oh. Come on. We can just get over this. I'm not sure it's actually moving anymore. I don't think so. That one's like really low into it. Alright. Plan C. Uh-oh. I'm not overly worried. I just, I could go around behind and pull it off, but... Oh man, come on. Watch this. I thought it was going to jump up higher. Let's see if that works. Yeah. Because the trailer will kind of jump to a certain extent to wherever you're at. So I was a little bit further back, and it moved back a bit to connect. Alright, so we're going to try over there. Yeah, I don't think this is going to work either. Well, if I can keep it up high enough. stay up on the side here on the ridge, I might be able to keep the trailer high enough not to get stuck, but I don't think that's going to happen. We'll see. I'm not gonna look, I'm not gonna look. It's working. It's not working. Did I get stuck on that tree? Is that what's happening? Yes. Okay. Oh god. But we have trees here now too, so that's good. Oh, we're probably getting stuck up on that fucking pole back there. Fuck you, pole. See what I mean about bending? And this is nothing. I've had these trailers bent like rubber bands around things. It does give you quite a bit of, uh-oh, this might be a problem too. Shit, I'm paying attention. Oh, you fucker. Right. Oops, wrong way, wrong way. That might work. Oops. Gotta try and keep it high here. Come on. Don't make me pull out the winch. Oh, great. Okay, fuck, this is kind of annoying because I want to try and keep it high on the left here. Okay, so far so good. Okay, yeah, we're good there, we're good. Yeah, this trailer would be a lot better if it had wheels up front somewhere, you know, that you can use to help roll thing over stuff. Okay. Back to easy mode. Let's see if we can get some speed going here. Certainly eating up the fuel, but that's to be expected. He's got a nice 500-liter tank, though, which is excellent. That's what I mean, like, for this vehicle, they did a really good job of setting up an Uber vehicle. But even with that, it's still, like, that was a bit of a pain in the ass, a challenge, right? It wasn't just like it just pulled right through. There are mods you can get for this game that give you like insane amounts of power and all kinds of weird vehicles. Some of them are just insanely stupid. Like there's one that's as big as a house. Actually, no, it's way bigger. It's big as a building. Like in comparison to the garage that I saw in the video. Wait, I think I want to go around this. That looks like it might be another one of these rises that I don't want to get stuck on. It was bigger than the garage, and like I mean, we're talking huge, and it was a giant boat basically with wheels, and it does float. I don't know, that's interesting. I didn't know that was a mechanic in the game, but apparently that works, and you could put it out on the water and you could float it across lakes and things. But I mean, it was stupid. It's a stupid vehicle. It's so huge you can't use it anywhere really. It's very limited. I think the guy had the video on it, was showing it was getting stuck on the garage, trying to get it out of the yard there. So it's yeah, it's not very practical. But there's things like that. I mean, if you wanted to goof around or whatever, I like it when games allow people to mod stuff like that. It makes things more interesting. Jesus, I can't get over how congested I am. It's just a little bit of brake cleaner. It wasn't even that bad. And maybe the smoke from trying to torch. I'm trying to get these bolts off my the brakes on my car. I'm waiting on parts now. I got 2 hubs, 2 stub axles, and some other little bits coming. I'm going to replace those 2 since I'm in there. Okay, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try and go across the hill here. You'll see what I mean in a second. And this might keep things at the front here high enough. Yeah, I don't know if I did that right. Because then I can kind of climb up this wall a little bit. No? Yes? Maybe? Yeah, I gotta go out so wide with that guy. I can see this might still be doable. Whoops, steering the wrong way. Turn, damn it, turn. I guess that doesn't hurt. It's more or less the way I want to go anyway. Alright, let's go up here. Just looking around to see if there was something better, but good to see if this little flag here is one of those indestructible super objects that you can't push over or do anything with, or let's hope it is. Oh, it is too. You fucking, because that's realistic. But I mean, okay, there's still, the game's still good. They still do a really good job. Okay, now I'm gonna start dipping here, which is not good. So I've got to start turning. Actually, maybe I can. Because the idea is to stay up on the hill here and try and keep. See, it's a little higher in the back end now. Okay, I think this might be working. Come on, don't stop. Oh, come on, we're so fucking close. Maybe if I can just climb. Maybe if I climb up on these rocks. That'll give me some height. Pull the front of the trailer off. There we go. Alright, alright, we're good, we're good. And I think we're done. I think. Watch this stupid little bump here will fuck me up. I wonder if I can connect to these posts, these flags. They seem to be, you know what, instead of going over that, let's be smart about this. I'm going to go up here. Because this looks a little flatter. Like, there's nothing to get hung up on here. Yeah, there we go. The trailer's looking good. I think. I lose grip on the rocks though. That's okay. I think we'll be okay. Alright, alright, we're good. Jeesh. And that's why using this trailer is a gigantic pain in the ass. And I still gotta bring it back at some point and sell it. What else do we need? 2 metal rolls, 2 wooden planks. So that's just a 4 trailer, so that's okay. Yeah, I think we're good here. But yeah, with almost, I mean, there are a few vehicles that could have done that, but this one's one of the easier ones. Hopefully going back down will be a little easier because the trailer will have no weight on it, so if I do get stuck and stuff, I should be able to deal with that a little easier. In any case, I need to get the hell out of the way because I'll be coming up here with a different vehicle at some point. Making this turn's going to be fun because I know that little flag there is like an indestructible piece of shit, so the trailer's going to, yeah, don't get stuck on that. Oh, that was close. The rear end coming around almost hit that block. It would have been wedged in there. I hate how sometimes the camera view, you're trying to get it to go one way and it keeps turning on you and you have to keep adjusting and ugh. Okay. Detach. Oops. Oopsies. Thought I'd get around that a little easier. Oh shit, I'm almost out of fuel. Yeah, he doesn't carry a ton of fuel, but still, something better than nothing. And hopefully that's enough to get me home with an empty trailer. Alright, let's see. So I'm pretty sure I just need to put both of those. What the fuck's going on here? Change truck. Fuck this game. What is going on? You know what? I've never had this weird glitch before. It's strange. Let's go back to the main menu. Give it a couple of seconds, just in case. Okay. Yeah, so I'm waiting on some parts for my car. So I'm going to, one thing I want to do, there's this, I'm going to say new way of dealing with rust, but it's a really old way of dealing with it. Used like, I think it was tannic acid and some other stuff, phosphoric acid, and I can't remember what else. If you use that on surface rust, like you get rid of all the flaky rust, right? The stuff that's flaking off. You need like good metal, but with like a coating of rust on it, and it turns the rust into a, you coat this on there, it turns the rust into this weird crystalline something, kind of gives it a blackish blue look, and they've been doing this since, well, I was going to say the Stone Age, but I guess they didn't have iron back then. The Iron Age, I guess. People all over the world, in different places, discovered the same way of doing this. There we go. And it makes it very rust resistant after that. So since I'm down there doing this, I'm going to coat some of the parts with this stuff. You can paint over it later and stuff. Paint generally, probably something to be avoided, and I've discovered that too, because it eventually will chip and crack and whatever, and then you get water and salt and whatever this, in this case, whatever they're using on the roads gets in there between the paint and the metal, and it makes it way worse. So I'm not sure if I'm going to paint the stuff. I'm going to do this. I am using also, wow, this is not very long crane, is it? So you can't reach. I use this rust preventative oil stuff that I spray all underneath the car and all the little bits and pieces that need it. And it works really good. It seeps into the metal and takes care of things. Oops, because this is going to be a little heavy. There we go. Oh, this fucking trailer. Oh, we're good. Okay, let's move this one way over here out of the way. Turn it a bit. One of two. Excellent. So that is what I needed to do. Okay. Anchor, do this. Swing her around. What gives? It like that other one. Oh, because that other one slid out. The fuck is with these things being all slidey like that? It's annoying. Yeah, there we go. Come on. You get away from them, they should stop. Oh, what? Oh, starting to annoy me. The other truck would probably be better for what I'm about to do, but because it's a little more maneuverable. God damn. Stop sliding. good. Wow, that was kind of annoying. I'll probably bring this back now. I'm not going to have any need for either of these guys to be up here. The trailer or this vehicle. So let's, we gotta bring it back sooner or later. Let's just fucking do it. Yeah, hopefully this will be quicker, less gas, less difficult. I don't know, this little hump here looks really stupid. I think this was a dumb decision. I should have went back that way. But the trailer has nothing in it. Maybe I can pull it over now. Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Alright, we're good. It's not getting hung up near us bad, so this should be good. Yeah. Ah, that's a relief. I'm still not going to push my luck by doing the really stupid ones, because I don't want to get hung up and waste a lot of time. That one may not have been that bad. Let's see if we can get some more speed going here. Come on. Now, as I recall, there's a fuel trailer up there too. As I recall, yeah, this was the better way. You can see the jump there. I'm not going over that for sure. Maybe if I didn't have the trailer attached, that might be kind of fun. That really makes this thing seem long. Holy shit. Yeah, I think we can make it over this little rise here. Now, do I go around to the right? No, I'm gonna go left. So yeah, because rust is such an issue up here, I'm gonna try that stuff, and we'll see if that, this might be interesting here. We'll see if that works. Come on, you can pull through there. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. And hopefully that'll keep some of my suspension parts and whatnot down there alive a lot longer, along with the oil spray shit that I use. But yeah, so I still got to Dremel off some parts anyway. There's a couple of mating surfaces that are a little corroded up, so gotta fix that when I get the new parts. And I still have to get the carrier off. I'm still just working on the passenger rear. I oiled up those parts with the penetrating oil a few times yesterday. We'll see if that helps. It's had a good 2 days now of fucking around, so hopefully the bolts are starting to get a little more loose. I'm gonna torch the fuck out of it again. The best way to do that is you heat the metal that the bolt is in. Okay, I think, yeah, it came through here. And expands the metal. It's the idea is it kind of cracks the rust sealing it. And then it should turn, and I guess another trick too is to tighten and loosen. So you don't just try and loosen them, you gotta kind of turn it both ways to try and break that rust seal. And with any luck, I will not rip the head off the bolt. These are Mondo super huge bolts, but still, I've done it before. And yeah, I don't want to do that again, especially not with these ones. They're in hard to get at place, and after that, it's going to be a nightmare job trilling it out. So I'm going to do everything I can not to destroy the bolt. Get it the hell out of there. Or bolts, there's 2 of them on the caliper carrier. It's basically the big main part that holds the main part of the brakes onto the car itself. So there's, yeah, bolts are pretty big. Come on, don't slow down. Ah, you piece of shit. So we'll do that. And the rust thing that I gotta go out and buy. You can buy it or make it. I'm kind of erring on the lazy side because I don't know where to get some of the stuff, the ingredients. So I may just buy the stuff from like Home Depot or something. There's I can't remember what it's called now. It's been a couple of weeks since I looked into this. A couple of months. There was a bunch of different products. Not all exactly the same, but we'll see what we can see here. See, now technically, I can't get the wood planks here. I could get the 2 metal rolls, but I'm not using this trailer to pull 2 metal rolls up that fucking hill. No fucking way, I'm done. This thing, we're gonna sell this back to the trailer shop, and then we'll figure out what we're doing, because the metal rolls we get from that place back there. Oops. And Jesus Christ, just a moment's inattention. And the planks I get across the bridge and down that way. There's a place that makes the planks. And each of those requires 2 spaces on a trailer, so I need... Actually, that truck that's at the top of the snow hill would be perfect. But he's got a long drive ahead of him to do that, so the garage is right here. It's really kind of central. I'll just grab another vehicle and probably a 4-trailer or a 2-trailer with a 2 flat deck on the back. Oh, this might be fun. No, we got room. The trailer can slide around that pole. And then we're here and I can just fucking sell this thing. Goodbye. Fucking loud engine volume. I think I had it at like, yeah, I'll put it up there. So yeah, that was like 50% volume and it was still annoyingly loud. Do I have... There is that one guy that has the twin steer. What is he? And we'll just go down. He might be a good one. Oh, here he is. He's got 4. He's just very tippy. But he is super duper good at getting through pretty much anything. I had him in water that was covering up the cab. These 2 things were sticking up. I was crossing some river. I was a little worried, but he made it. I remember that. It was like, whoa. Yeah, and he's tippy because the trailer and the cab are one solid piece. They don't bend separately. So if either side of the vehicle here, front or back, starts going over something really steep on one side, it tips the entire vehicle over. Where normally it would just kind of tilt the cab or the trailer or whatever. But oh, I can't do trailers with this guy. What am I thinking? I'm not thinking. I'm just talking and driving. Speaking of, yeah, I looked away for a half second there and ran into that pole. Literally, like, I don't know how people can drive while they're on their cell phones. I really don't. It just to me seems extremely dangerous and stupid, and you're just asking for trouble. And I mean, what is so important that you have to be on your fucking phone while you're driving? Like, but everybody does it, so I know I'm pissing people off just by saying this, but because they're like, I do it, I can multitask. It's been proven people can't multitask, by the way, like true multitasking. We're good at focusing on one thing at a time. You might be good at switching back really quickly between different tasks, maybe, but that's as good as it gets. Like, we do not multitask. We're not computers. We're not made for that. Yeah. I just said that because I remember there was a show way back when cell phones first came out. People were driving and getting into accidents and stuff. And actually, maybe it was that. There's Canada's Worst Driver. Ugh, I hate that show. I mean, I like it and I hate it because I can't believe people gave these people licenses. Some of them are unbelievably bad. It's just, I mean, they're a danger to themselves and others, seriously. And there is no debating that. When you see them, it's like, holy shit. But I remember, I think it was one of them was saying how he could multitask and do all this stuff at the same time. So stupid. Okay, so get here, stop, turn off the engine. Can I change? No, I can't. It won't reach. And we'll turn on the generator. Go back to this guy. Where are you? Twin steer. Wooden planks. I need 2, so that's just one of those. Gives me 2. Now we load them up. Now we go back to the other vehicle, turn off the generator. Go back to the twin steers. Gonna let me do it this time. I think it's because I'm sitting right on top of the... Oh, there we go. I think this is the first really impressive truck I found in the game. He was buried in a swamp, basically, to pull him out, which was not easy with the vehicles I had. And you think, oh wow, this guy's gonna be, look at this thing, it's fucking awesome, it's huge, it's got twin steer tires on the front. And, but you get him, and I think he does not have all-wheel drive at the start, and does not have locking differential. You don't even find that. I think you might find the all-wheel drive on that same map somewhere, that same area, but the differential lock didn't come until a later map, a later area at it, not one that you find this truck in. But, yeah, and he's kind of semi-useless before that. I mean, he's pretty good. But yeah, I didn't end up using him a whole lot because he's kind of useless there, and there was a lot of tippy areas, and he is the worst. And when he tips over, he likes to sit on his head. He won't just tip on his side, the whole thing just flips right over until he's upside down. But yeah, he's got a lot of good points. He goes through anything. He's super fast. And he carries four items. You just got to be careful. He's also got these huge mud tires, which are... he's not doing too bad on the pavement. Sometimes they don't do so hot on pavement. Most of the times they don't. And his nose can... well, not terribly high. I might have changed the nose on this guy so it's a little higher than it was, the stock one. The bumper, that is. So he doesn't run into everything. Oh yeah, and making turns is a bit of a pain sometimes. Because he is a little on the long side. Uh-oh. There's a problem. I can't turn this generator on with him. I can't attach the trailer. Hum-de-dum-de-dum-de-dum. Okay. Let's fix this permanently. I'll leave him... Alright, dude, it's gonna be you. See, this one's got a pleasing engine noise. I like the turbo whine there. It's like my car. It doesn't sound this whiny, but if you have the windows down and I'm accelerating, you can hear the turbo. That'll make this easier anyway. Every time I need to come here, I have to hook up to this thing. This time I can just jump into this truck, turn the generator on and off. And he's got repair parts and stuff here too that I can use to fix things. It's not the truck I wanted to change into. That is. While we're at it, because I was just talking about this. Alright, 2 middle rolls. Let's put the brake on so it doesn't roll off. Metal rolls. Oh, I need metal beams. Okay, so we need to make one of those first. Was it 1 metal beam per... okay, it makes 2. Excellent. Load them up. Change the truck. Turn off the generator. Why is there no... there we go. Alright, should I try going up that hill? I think I'm going to try it. This guy should be able to do it. Should be fairly easy. Except for the tippiness. I'll have to watch out for that. That's going to be... that's going to be special. Let's turn on the beacons. Wait. One more thing. He's already down a little bit on the fuel, so I'm just going to top up here. I wonder if if I can do it with him. Is he close enough? Probably not. Nope. Wait a minute. Yeah, the Western Star. Yeah, it's not. Okay, whatever. Change to that guy. Refuel. Oh, no way, I can see the heavy fuel. Okay, I can pull from that big tank back there. It's awesome. Alright, now we're out of here. Neighbor's got piano class that she teaches. And a lot of the people that show up, she's Chinese. They've been here forever. They're not the new annoying Chinese types, but a lot of the people that show up are Chinese, and they're all driving these electric fucking Teslas and stuff, and they make those weird ass fucking noises. Woo 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 woo. It irritates me because I don't like electric vehicles. It's a bunch of hype and lies, bullshit. All it does is help the pocketbooks of the fucking parasites. And gives them some extra control over us. Even this guy's getting through this easier than that other guy was. Oh, no he isn't. Now we're getting hung up a little bit. There we go. Yeah, it's a money grab. It's a grift. And if they tell you those things are more environmentally friendly and stuff, that is total complete bullshit. You should check out the lithium mines in Afghanistan, which is where a lot of the lithium comes from. A lot of the lithium that these same assholes own, those mines, as well as the Chinese. But yeah, just acres and acres of water. I don't know what they use it for exactly, but it's used in the process somehow, and they're all like green and copper and pink and extremely toxic. It's just acres of this stuff sitting out there to process it. Not to mention they use slave labor to mine the stuff. Good old China. I don't have a problem against Chinese people. I have a problem against the Chinese government. Communists. I just, yeah. Let's see if we can go a little faster through this. Let's put her in high gear. Alright, yeah, this guy's doing really good. The other downside, yeah, besides the fact he has no trailer hitch, so you can't attach trailers, and he has no options for like what you can do with the back. It's just, he's just a big 4-space trailer with wheels. That's a little on the tippy side. Try going through here too, because he also gets hung up in the middle, which is annoying. Well, that was the other thing too. His raised suspension was another thing that was hard to find. Don't want to get too sideways on the hill there. That would be bad. Very, very bad. Last thing I want to do is tip this thing over. Although we do have a truck with a crane that's close by, so that's helpful. Alright. He's doing a lot more spinning than moving there, so we'll just go in the high-low with the diff on, and that should get us going. And we're almost there. So I think I'm going to go to the left here. Sure, that's where I want to go. That's where the tracks are all going. For this job, this was easy mode. Probably just jinxed myself. I'll probably flip over on one of these hills up here, or I'll get high centered. I get the other truck. I could pull him off if I need to. But yeah, you definitely need to raise this vehicle as high as it'll go, so it doesn't get stuck on just every little thing. Yeah, being long helps with a lot of these vehicles because it well, other than getting high centered on stuff, it helps pull you through mud pits. Jesus. So it doesn't take much to tip him over, and that was actually fairly close right there. And that would figure I'm just about there and flip over. But yeah, so, you know, the front tires go into the mud pit, and they have a hard time, but the rears have, you know, they're not in it yet, right? So they still have grip, and it pushes you through, and then the rear tires are in the mud, but the front ones are out. So you can see there, that's how he gets through a lot of the really shit areas, unless they're really long, really wide areas. He doesn't have a lot of trouble. Even then, he doesn't have a lot of trouble. Yay, that was 20 grand right there. Alright, we're going to leave him out here. What do we got left? I don't think we have, no, all those tasks are done. We're just on contracts. Oh, a whole bunch of new ones just opened up. Cabin in the woods. That's where they keep all the big monsters and stuff locked down below that destroy the planet. If you've ever seen the movie Cabin in the Woods. Oops. I just want to go through these and see if the rewards offer me any, like a vehicle or a warehouse access or something. Yeah. So there's nothing. Yeah, we could do these. What the hell? Cabin in the woods. Wooden planks, consumables, short logs, wooden planks. Western Forest Cabin is there. Where's the eastern one? It must be in the other map. I mean, over here is the west side of this map, so yeah. Alright, well, we could do the two things for him. Wooden planks and consumables. Wooden planks. Well, I can get 2 more wooden planks, or is it 1? Nope, there's still 2 there. And consumables. Does this guy make consumables? No. Nothing on this map makes consumables. Yeah, it's on the other map I haven't done yet. Oh, wait. This guy's hidden away here. Consumables. What does it take, I wonder? Is it just fuel in the generator, or is it going to be wooden planks or something required? Consumables. Yeah, fuel 30 and that's it. Fuel and generator 0. I turned that off, didn't I? Fuck, that's annoying. Well, whatever. That's why I have the big fuel tank there. Alright, those, I'll need 4 for that. Do I have anybody? No, he's a logging truck. He's handling the generator, that's another log trailer. What have you got? He's got a 5 trailer. That might do. But he is not good at getting around crazy terrain. You know what? Let's grab another vehicle. I mean, I've got tons of them, so why not, right? Let's see, who's next? 4, so I could take that. Oh. That gives you 3, but that, I mean, I've got to take a trailer anyway, so why would I take this? Let's leave it at the 4, and that'll give us some room. We could add on the, he does have a, yeah, there it is. Makes it a little heavier adding that crane, but could come in handy. Alright, so we'll head here first, and or do I want to do that? And I'm going to come across the road here. Maybe we'll go... Screw it, whatever. It's just about as bad either way. Because I'm trying to figure out the best route, but either way I got to come back and forth here. So we'll come down this way. Grab that. I'm not going down this road because it's full of fucking holes. Wait a minute. Why am I going here? I'm not going here. Yeah, wooden planks. I don't need... I'll just grab those wooden planks up there. Alright. So we'll just go up here. I'll go get the planks first. Cross over somewhere. Grab those. Come back. Come in here. Grab that. Back out. Yes, but the western one. Yeah, I'm not going to go down that way. We'll go around. It looks longer, but it's probably faster. Alright. Let's see how fast this guy is. I swear that little stretch of pavement there is like extra slippery. It doesn't matter what tires I've got on. Nobody seems to be able to make that turn very well at any kind of speed. We'll be careful here so we don't pop anything. Game's rather unforgiving with some of this stuff. Even that might have been enough. That speeding up right there could have blown out a rear tire. Yeah, we'll do this one first up here, so we're carrying less across the crap. I just had a flashback, sitting back here with the exhaust blowing in your face. I grew up on a farm, and sometimes you get the exhaust. The tractor has an exhaust stack that sticks up like that at the front, right, side of the engine. And sometimes, yeah, it would be blowing back into your face, and it was annoying. Man, I haven't thought about that since way back. Nothing like diesel in your face. Actually, the one tractor was diesel and the other one was gas, but I think it's the diesel one I remember. Ho ho. Alright. It's a little more sticky than I was expecting. So this is why I didn't fill up on the consumables first and then come out here to get the wood. And you know what? I forgot the fucking trailer. But that's okay. I'll get these two anyway. What if I can go up there? I'm gonna try. And I should have a look around. Sometimes there might be a trailer around here. I know there's one up by the snow lodge at the top of the hill. A 2-space trailer. Okay, you're not building this house anymore, we're taking it. Every time I'm here, I hear donkeys. I don't know if that's supposed to be like a sign blown in the wind on a squeaky hinge or a jackass, a donkey, because that's what it sounds like. Well, it looks like fuel's not going to be a problem. He's really good on the fuel. I'm going to go down here. Actually, does this guy have... No. Let's see if he had raised suspension or not. If I could raise it up a little bit more. He had a hard time getting across this when this was empty, but I think we're going to be okay. I think. I'm going to stop jinxing myself. There we go. Alright, let's just do a quick look. Make sure there's no trailers in the area that I can use. And I'm gonna come down here, and there's nothing. Alright. Oh, we're going by the trailer anyway to get over to... Oh, but I have to come... So we'll come here and we'll come back and... Yeah, whatever. Or... 2 of those. It's just said no fuel in the generator. That's interesting. Now there's, yeah, whatever. It's probably because he doesn't have a space for it. This will work. But it can be a little bit of a pain in the ass. But I don't think we're going to be doing anything too crazy, so stuff should stay on. You can also use the crane to hold it on to some extent. Urk, get over here. With this, lining things up is a little more important. Gives you a little more stability. Good enough. And loading platform, crane mode. Just kind of hold it down with that. Actually, crane mode, let's go up a bit. Not quite holding that rear one on 100%, but let's see how this goes. Generator, gotta wait for it to stop, then it'll give me the option. There we go, change truck. Activate the anchor, don't want to restore the crane, just want to get rid of the anchor. And I could go the whole way with this, but that would be stupid, so since we're going by the garage, I'm going to grab the trailer and put this stuff on the trailer. Because this does make you extra tippy, and it's extra weight, which will make getting through some things harder than even pulling the trailer would. So. Alright. But yeah, having the crane helped out. Although now I wonder if it would have been just as long to drive over here, grab a trailer, head back, and just bang bang those things on instead of doing this. But whatever. Okay, I just need a 2 trailer. We'll just take the standard. That guy. And crane mode. Slam these fuckers in here. And this time, yeah, neatness doesn't really matter. It's just like dropper. So yeah, a couple benefits to this. Plus these will be secured now and they won't be just loosely hanging there. Restore crane. Unpack cargo, pack cargo. There we go. And away we go. Yeah. I was debating getting some fuel on here, but you can, if you have a trailer store, you can buy the fuel trailer, fuel yourself up, and then sell the fuel trailer. Same goes for repairs too. If you need repairs, you don't have repairs on, you can buy the repair trailer, repair yourself, and sell it back. Shit. Okay. This one's got a nice kind of growly engine noise. And I don't know about the new trucks, but in real life, the older trucks like this generally very loud in the cabin. Fucking trailer almost went for a fly there. It's interesting. And that's got to be annoying. Sitting there for hours and hours in one of these things. It's super noisy when you blow out your eardrums. Overtime, that is. Can't be good. Ah, speaking of fuel. Don't mind if I do. He doesn't have a lot in there. That's okay. I don't want to empty him out because I'll need some fuel for him to bring that trailer back. I'm just going to sell it. Plus I've got some fuel up top. I think, yeah. Yeah, grabbing a little extra fuel is probably a good idea. It's funny when you think about it, a game like this, back in the early 2000s, late 90s would be just like the holy grail of graphics and whatnot. Like if this were to come out back then, that would be like just crazy. It would be the biggest thing. I mean, you can say that about any of these games these days, really, but... Holy shit, we're here? Huh. Felt like this was going to be a long drive, but I guess not. Guess we didn't need that fuel. Short logs and wooden planks. Oh, there it is. Okay, so it's not on the other map. They just weren't showing it yet. One short log. Ugh, I gotta get all the way. Where's that logging station? Way over there. Actually, yeah, we could do that. 3 wooden planks. Well, let's do the logs. Where's the logging one? Was he was over here. Which fuel does he have? Alright. It's basically just jumped from here to here. It gets me fueled up and repaired. He needed a few repairs and some fuel, so I'll just save some time and just jump to the garage and then back. Back here, we'll do the same thing, we'll go around. And then down here, same way. Alright. This one doesn't have a bad engine sound either. I don't know what it is, these bridges sometimes, you're getting on or off of them and weird shit happens, like tosses around your vehicle a little bit. One side of the vehicle has more grip than the other, and I don't know, it's weird. This one's got a reasonably tight turning radius, I like that. Not super duper on the grip, but he's not bad either. Comparatively speaking, compared to other vehicles. He's sort of middle of the road there. Yeah, that wasn't too bad right there. He's not too crazy about the snow. Double check there, make sure it was short logs I needed, and it is. I think that's the only logs available on this map so far. a little more careful because he's going to be a lot more tippy now, and he's kind of bouncy, so... Bouncy trucks with logs in the back are usually a recipe for flipping over at some point. You know what's really fun is when you start to... You get into a mud pit and you start tipping and you know it's going to go right, so you stop. And you're like, I'll try and winch the side of the vehicle to a tree to keep it from flipping right over, but if there's a lot of trees, like, you gotta scroll through all that stuff, and while you're sitting there sort of, you know, tipping over, the thing will slowly sink into the mud, and it'll get, you know, more and more towards the tipping over, and it's like, this weird panic, like, oh shit, I gotta get hooked up quick, pull myself upright. Usually I can do it. Every once in a while, yeah, it's just I can't get it quick enough. Or you freak out and you hook onto the wrong tree, and then you've got to like start over from scratch, and you're like scrolling through all the tree connections as fast as you can, and then just flip. It's like, ah, fuck. Now there's nice long sides on this thing, so if you do kind of flip over and it says, you know, you've lost your load, all those logs kind of turn into 3 logs. And as long as they're still sort of in your back end here and not too far back, if you can get yourself tipped back upright and they're still in there, you can repack the load and boof, it'll look like this again and you're good to go. If they kind of slid out a bit, or they've totally fallen out, or one of them has, then it's a giant pain in the ass. You got to get a vehicle in there with the logging crane, which is a different thing. Normal crane won't work. You need the one that has a little gripper on the end. And you got to get that thing all the way out to wherever you flipped over, and then try and get the logs back onto the vehicle after you flip it upright, and get them just right. I knew that was going to happen, so I was a little freaked out there. I was trying to slow down without braking. And yeah, it's just, if you really, really don't want to lose a load of wood, it's a giant pain in the ass. Anything else, you just need a standard crane to go out and pick up whatever the load is. But with wood, you need a special crane, and it's a lot of extra work. And it's not just picking them up, maneuvering them, and where you grab the log with the gripper, and yeah, and then sometimes if you're on a hill or something and you're putting the logs in and they're trying to slide out again, or one log bumps into the other 2 that you had perfectly placed, and then they're fucked up, and it's like, oh my god, and then you gotta, it's a time-consuming mess. Do not tip your log load if you can help it. It's worth the extra time to be extra careful, because you will spend so much time trying to fix it. Or you can leave the logs there and go pick up another load, because that's an option. But the only thing is those logs stay there on the trail, getting in everything's way. So you might want to bump them off the side or something if you can do that. Because they can become a bit of a roadblock depending on how they're in there. I kind of semi want to play Subnautica Sub-Zero. I never did finish it. I lost interest in it for a number of reasons. But it's been years since I played it, and I just finished the first one. Every once in a while I'm just thinking, yeah, I kind of want to get back into it. I could try and start up the game that I had going, but probably be more fun, maybe better to start from scratch. I'll remember things and maybe do something different that I wanted to do the first time, something better. It'll be faster. He does not have repair parts or fuel. That's okay. He's doing okay with this trail so far. And yeah, if you haven't noticed, I always like kind of viewing the truck kind of from one of the rear sides so I can see what the tires are doing, where they're at, if they're turning too much or not enough, or if they're in a rut or out, like these rocks. Are we about to run over a rock that might cause an issue? Or viewing from the front looks better, right? But you can't see where the fuck you're going, so it's not great. I probably should have went around. He's getting through this okay, as long as I don't tip over. Yeah, okay, he's doing not bad. See, now this could be a problem. I like to hug the sides because usually there's more grip on the sides than there is in the mud pit, but sometimes the mud pit is a little too deep, and you do that and you start sinking on the mud pit side, and that's not good either. Haven't had that happen for a while, but there are some areas where there's, I haven't seen on this map, but some of them have areas like that, where there's a rather steep drop-off in the mud. Alright, you. We'll leave him here for now. If I need a short log thing again, I'll maybe restore him to the garage. But here, he's extra fuel that I can use or something for another vehicle if I need it. Or he can help tow something or pull me upright if I flip over or whatever. Okay, 3 wooden planks. I might actually need him. I don't know if I've got enough. He's got 1 short log, which will give me 2 wooden planks. I need 3. So I am going to need him. Recover. So we gotta go grab some more. Shit, if I was thinking I would have grabbed a trailer and brought 2 logs, drop the one off here, and then I could take it down here, but whatever. You know what? I'm going to do that anyway. I'm going to bring a trailer and we're going to grab more logs than I need, and then drop them all at this warehouse here. Okay, that's the standard. That's medium logs. I need the short logs. That's a short log one. There's actually a vehicle in the game for just doing logs. He can tow any trailer. It's like a little tractor. He's a little on the slow side. And yeah, the only option on his back end is medium or short logs. He might have a long log connector too, I'm not sure. But yeah, he's painfully slow. Huh. So we put on a trailer and now this. Interesting. Of course, the more you go through an area, the worse it gets. It gets all chewed up, right? I could fix it by leaving the map and coming back. That resets all the tracks and stuff I've made everywhere. Way in the beginning I didn't realize this was how it worked, and I had you know, areas where you've got a truck park like I've been doing, so it's helpful. Or if there's any trailer you own, like if I drop this trailer here, what happens even when you, I think even when you leave the map and come back, it retains that area memory of what was going on, so that all those, the ripped up road remains. And there was, I know this one place, I had a repair trailer sitting there on one of the maps, right next to this gigantic mud pit, and oh man, it was always hell getting through there because it was just totally, it was a common area you had to go through, and it was totally ripped to shit. And then yeah, later I discovered, yeah, if you just remove that trailer and pop in and out of the map, boom, it gets, well, that whole area gets reset, which makes it, it's still a mud pit, but not near as bad. And I wish I'd known that earlier. But I know now, so that's good. But yeah, they have that docks, I think it's called, or docked, I can't remember, where you run all the loading equipment and stuff on a pier. And the demo was fun. I don't think the demo works anymore. The full game came out. But I don't know. I mean, short term it was kind of fun, but I'm thinking long term it could get extremely monotonous. I mean, you could say this game has that aspect to it too, right? Because it's, I mean, it's just a lot of driving. I'd say those like American Truck Simulator and stuff is probably way worse. European Truck Simulator. I mean, there's the terrain, and different loads, and it's the whole, you know, making the money and finding all the parts and things you need, upgrades. That game, this game. This one, you know, there's a cat on the roof. Never noticed that before. It's kind of neat. We just, I've had cats and dogs, but cats specifically in my life since I was probably 2 or 3. There was a stretch where I moved to the city when I was 18. 18 to my late 20s. Didn't have a cat or any pet. Then met my wife and stuff, and she had 2 cats, which used to be her name online and stuff too. I think it was 2 cats, something or other. But yeah, Siamese and a little Maine Cooney looking girl, Charlie and Bailey. Ah, fuck. And they were fun. And then let's see. I think Schmoop died first. Kidneys. It's always fucking kidneys. It's the food. Yeah, if I was to do it again, I would not be feeding them the shit that the stores sell. Even just dry food apparently is bad. It's good, it keeps their teeth clean, but you have to mix it with the wet stuff. And good wet stuff. They put so much crap in those things. It's just like the food they feed us. There's a lot of issues. Causes problems. with the cats, it's a lot of kidney issues. Because when I think back to the farm, there were cats that were. There was one. My best friend had a cat, Siamese. He was 21 years old. 21. That's like over 100 cat years, 100 people years. He was old. And that guy just had the rule of roost. He would go out. They lived on an acreage. And that cat was out in the woods all the time, eating whatever the fuck he eats out there. And he lived a very, very long time. They had two border collies too, that liked to chase the cats. But this one wouldn't have any of that. He was such a character. He would jump up. So the dogs would be chasing them, right? They never hurt the cats, but they like to chase them. We had a golden lab who liked to do that too. She would chase them and bark at them and stuff. She never killed one or did anything to it. But so they'd chase this cat, and he was like, yeah, we fuck you dogs. He'd jump up on like a fence, turn around and jump back down on one of their backs and scratch them up and then run off. Kind of like, fuck you. Yeah. But yeah, most of our cats, since I moved in with my wife, I don't know, it was like 26 years ago, died of kidney issues. And they all died about 13 years old. Didn't matter how big they were or what kind of cat they were. That was a little strange too. Like a bunch of them turned 13, died. And that's just weird. But yeah, so we had those two. Schmoop died. She was the little Maine Cooney looking thing. And then we got this little guy, Finnegan. He was a holy terror. Oh no! First we got another one, Penny. That's right. She looked just like the first one. We go to like the SPCA here and get a cat. And we got her. She had a weird thing about feet. She liked playing with people's feet. So I don't know who her previous owner was or what was going on, but maybe it was a fat person who couldn't get off the couch and just wiggled their toes at her or something. I don't know. But she had a thing for ambushing your feet. And then, oh, and she was scared of sticks. So obviously somebody would discipline her with a stick. But yeah, she got over all that. But she was a little prissy. She didn't get along with Bailey, the Siamese. He was a big Siamese. So we ended up getting, there was a guy at work who had a bunch of kittens. He lived on an acreage outside of town, so yeah, we got one of those guys, this little rambunctious guy, Finnegan, and he liked to ride the other two around, and Bailey didn't care. He was so easygoing. They were like best buds, but Penny, holy shit. Whenever he did anything with her, she'd scream like she was being killed. It was like, holy crap, it was just get on your nerves. I remember I was doing dishes one day and that was going on, and I whipped around and threw the rubber glove at him. He was still like really small. He squeezed under a couch. His back legs, he looked like a frog. Oh man. Yeah, he's getting some tight spaces, little bastard. Alright, we are here. Let's unload. There we go. So that should be good for like 8 wooden planks, I think. So let's get him the fuck out of here so he's out of the way. And I have a few vehicles that have decks on the back that are 3 long, so I might just grab one of those guys. Because that would be ideal. Again, if you don't have to bring a trailer, it is the best. Because eventually, at the end, you want to go around, collect all the trailers and sell them, and it takes time, and it's a pain in the ass. Plus, in the beginning, you don't have the money. You might have to come back with your trailer and sell it, so you have enough money to buy another trailer that you might need for something else. And yeah, so if you have vehicles that have whatever it is you need, and you don't need a trailer, or don't need to take one, do that. Highly recommend it. Okay, he won't. Nope. No, oh. This one will. Yeah, okay. I think he's got a flat deck here. Yeah, he does too. And let's also bring a crane. Oh, he's not going to let me do it because it's 3 long. That's right, so it takes up the whole thing. Alright, that's fine. This guy's not super fast. He's generally not bad getting through stuff. He can attach trailers, so he's got all that. He's got a ton of options. And he's extremely good on the fuel. Like, extremely good on the fuel. So if you don't mind the fact that he's a little slow and not... He's... maybe above average getting through crazy shit. But yeah, this is top speed. This guy, I think, was also a purchase, like real money purchase that I made. They have sales on sometimes, so. You know, you see these things, it's like, yeah, that looks kind of cool, I want that. They're not super expensive or anything. It's like, yeah, sure, why not? And, yeah, he's come in handy. I use him a bit. Now that I think about it, does he have the raised suspension? Nope, that's as high as it is right there. Not sure I care too much for this one's engine noise, or the gear shift noises for sure. It sounds even weirder when you're in the cockpit and it's changing gears. It just sounds like something's wrong. So you can get... I don't know, so there's that weird... So when you're playing this first, the option, the default is to see your hands on the wheel. But they're so... He's always like moving his hands around constantly, and it's really irritating. So I guess they added the option to disable that, and I much prefer it. Looks like his differential is always locked. His rear wheel drive until I turn on all wheel. Alrighty, 3 wooden planks. Need to turn on the generator. Go back to him. Oops, go here. 0 in stock. Okay, so I gotta craft, yeah, 2 at a time. Loading platform truck. 3, we are good. Turn off the generator. Never forget, or you will regret it. Unless they've changed that, or it was sometimes the different maps operate things differently. It's weird. Alright, where are we going with this? Up there. You know what the hell? Let's go this way. This way is probably quicker. And we can stop at the fuel station here. Head up here. And that will be done. Yeah, the fact that he's one of these vehicles that has the lock differential on all the time is kind of nice too. Because usually you can't turn that on unless you're in low gear. On most other vehicles that have it. And it'll also overheat and cause damage if it's on all the time. On other vehicles, you can't have it on all the time. Yep, only in like slippery situations will it work. If I'm on the road like this, probably just even this far, I'd be like, and I'd be like taking damage. But yeah. And I said I was going to go the other way. Turn's pretty shitty. I'm just so used to coming this way. Every other job I've done here. I think after this job I'm going to grab a snack. Looks like it's warmed up outside, and head down to the garage and fight with that fucking caliper carrier and 2 seized bolts on there, and do some cleanup. Maybe go out, buy that rust converter. Not to be confused with the primer shit that they use. The rust paints are... I've used those. They, like I said, they cause more problems. It's better just to oil everything down, and maybe what I'm going to be trying here, which is to convert the rust on the metal into this crystalline stuff, this bluish black stuff that's been a thing since forever, but the companies try to hide it. They don't want you to know that because rust paints and stuff are a billion-dollar industry. Do you know there's a cement you can get too that has there's a type of bacteria in it. This was developed a bit ago as well. It self-repairs. So if cracks develop, water gets in the cracks, this bacteria wakes up and fills the cracks with this weird crystalline substance that's actually stronger than the original cement, so it becomes stronger if it cracks. It's like forever cement, and it's a little more expensive than normal cement, but I mean for what you get. But again, industry killed it because there's a lot of money to be made in repairing and rebuilding bridges and buildings, and if you've got a cement that just basically lasts forever, right, there's no money in it for them, so they killed that. But you can still find it. It's at like Home Depot and stuff, small batches. It's just nobody knows about it. What else was there? There's something called liquid glass that you can put on cement floors. They use it on, like if you go to Costco, they use it on the floors there. And it's the same kind of deal. It turns the top layer into this crystalline type stuff that just lasts and lasts and lasts forever. Probably not the greatest thing for driveways. It's probably slippery because it's called liquid glass. You can kind of get the the idea there. But I was thinking about trying that in my garage. It's supposed to be very good, preventing even corrosive chemicals and stuff from eating away at your cement floors. There's all this stuff out there that they keep hidden from you. nuclear reactors. Okay, there's everybody knows they use uranium, right? So they mine uranium. Uranium's kind of hard to find. It's not the most easy to get thing. Um, it's expensive and it's dangerous as far as cooling down reactors and stuff, I guess. So, but the big thing about it is processed uranium turns into plutonium, which can be used in nuclear weapons and such, right? So militaries like it. And that is why, that's a big reason why, and of course they don't want us having access to a lot of power. Nuclear power is great, by the way. Don't let them fool you. They'll, all the movies and shit, oh, radioactive bullshit, and it's not that bad. And like Chernobyl, it didn't explode because it was, like a nuclear bomb or something. To get nuclear stuff to explode like that is very different, very specific. It's not even close to how a reactor works. What happened there was a steam explosion. They had an issue, right? Because they generate heat, which makes steam, which turns turbines and makes power. And there they had some kind of blockage. Something happened and they couldn't... They had the B crew on too. It was bad. Typical communist bullshit. They didn't know what they were doing and they couldn't stop it in time, this reaction that happened, and it got away on them. They had a steam explosion, and yeah, that blew a lot of radioactive material into the air, and that's how that happened. But yeah, so thorium is cheap. It's found everywhere, and the reactors are safer, much easier to maintain. But they don't use it because they don't make plutonium. And so the militaries don't like it, so they lobby the governments, and that's why we don't have thorium reactors everywhere. You can also, here's another one for you, batteries, lithium-ion batteries. You can use sodium instead of lithium. Sodium, salt. Extremely cheap and available salt can be used to make similar batteries to lithium-ion. They're also far less dangerous. Like lithium-ion, well, everybody knows you'll come up. Like they're just, when they go, they're like little bombs or blowtorches. They're scary. Sodium-ion batteries aren't near as dangerous. They are way cheaper. But again, the assholes don't make money off those, right? They own the lithium mines, all these bigwigs. Biden, he's one. He owned a lot of stake in a mine in Afghanistan is one of the places. But yeah, so they control a lot of that and they make a lot of money off that shit. But the sodium-ion batteries are slightly larger to get the same amount of power as a lithium battery, but I mean slightly larger. Who gives a shit? There'd be peanuts. Because you're using salt. Like fuck. But yeah, all these things that they keep hidden. There's more. I got a whole list in my head of stuff. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it there, because I haven't eaten yet today, and it's almost 11:30. Well, it's 11:15. Close enough. And I got work to do. I got a week of vacation left, but I've already blown a week. Well, I've got other stuff I was doing, but that car sucked up 2 days so far, just dealing with rusted bolts, trying to get them off. Otherwise, I'd be done by now. Well, no, I did have to order some parts that I didn't realize I needed, the hubs and stuff. I thought I could reuse what I had, but no. I could. I just don't feel safe with it, and it's a really important part, and they're cheap, so I bought 2 of those. And they should be here early next week. But, yeah, anyway, I'll let you guys go, and there's a good chance I'll be on later today. I don't know if I'll be playing this, or maybe I'll try that Subnautica Sub-Zero. I remember it wasn't as fun as the original. I don't know. We'll see. Or something else entirely. I got a whole shitload of games. But anyway, I'll see you guys later.